Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Inside Line Racing, Season 5, round number 2 here at China. I may be an unfamiliar face. I will gladly introduce myself. My name is Leon. You will most likely have heard of me in the community. This is my first commentary of ILR. I am just filling in for Graham today for ILR6 PS4 tier. Is already 6 minutes in or thereabouts, and Monkey Meg is currently on pole but has retired, so slightly interesting that he's on a set of super softs. Meanwhile, everyone else is highlighting a set of mediums, which could be quite interesting. So if you can do a type in then. But yeah, we'll go aboard. I think King MJJ is starting the lap, or has he just finished one? As he comes out the exit of the Snell section, just quite nicely there. Puts on the power and he's up by 2 tenths in the first sector. Coming out down to, I believe that's turn 6, quite a difficult right-hander. Nails it quite nicely though. Puts the power down quite nicely. Coming up through the fast left and right section. Collar's quite planted. He's on a set of mediums which take a few laps to sink in, warm up, have the optimum grip you need. But he seems to take that quite nicely. Coming up now to the sector 2 split. He is now up by only a tenth, which won't actually get him anywhere, but if he does get a slight improvement in that final sector, he could potentially go ahead of Johnny, I do believe. I'll get the standings up shortly. Wasn't a little bit of a rush, but that is no issue. He comes down the main straight with the DRS open, now closed, breaking down into the hairpin. Does cut it quite a lot, which may invalidate him, but we'll see. As he comes down the final corner, he pits. So no, he must have invalidated at the hairpin. Who else? Let's put fitted tyres back on. I'll call him Lord of Lamb. Yeah, Lord of Lamb. He's just starting off on a set of the ultras and has actually slowed down. Quite interesting in a way. Yeah, he's going slow, so we'll go with someone else. I'll call him Noel or Noel Petrick. I'm sorry if I do pronounce his names wrong. It's the first time me commentating over new names in a while. Also, just to clarify, I won't be just commentating on ILR6. It's all the Thursday leagues when one of the main 4 people cannot make it, and I'm just there as a little backup, just in case, like today. But anyway, here comes Noel, and he is down by 6 tenths. I do believe he has backed off. So move on. Johnny, no. 0 ERS. Someone's just improved on the lap. I believe it was Solanix, if that's how you say the name. Correct me if I am wrong. Anyone in the chat, that would be quite nice. I don't fancy mispronouncing everyone's names for the whole stream. Bastos is on a lap and is only down by half a tenth as he comes through a quite difficult right-hander. Now he's down the main straight. I was on board with one Ferrari, now I'm on board with the other. So breaking now down into the hairpin, doesn't cut it like his teammate. Nice little back end slide. Trying to optimise the power. Going for the final corner, can he improve on a 33.3? What will it be? It is a 33.0 and puts him up into 12th place. Sir Lane, I believe. Okay. So we don't pronounce the X. That's perfectly fine. I will actually get off, not on board with him anymore. Dan's car, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. He Goes into the pits. Anti-attack through the final corner. Also on a set of mediums. What will it be? It is a 33.6, puts him down in P15. Gazzaman now is about to start a lap on a set of ultra softs. Yes, he is. I think we'll go on board with this lap because even though I ain't got the standings up yet on a set of ultra softs, he could be contending with pole position. We just quickly try and get the standings up as it comes through the snail section now, the slower section on the track. Car looks planted. Here he is on exit. Looking very nice with the number 96. Breaking down for the sector 1 split is a 24.1 in the first sector. I'm not too familiar with the sector times, so kind of guessing. And then once this lap is finished, I will go through the drivers and constructors standings as I haven't set them yet. Gazman did clip the grass there through the through the double left-hander. And now the sector 2 split is a 51 something in the sector 1 and sector 2. There's a car behind him. I believe it was a McLaren, but hopefully they don't impede his lap. This comes to the difficult right-hander. Down the main straight, I believe that's a fully black helmet. But we only care about his lap time, not his helmet. Down the main straight, about to brake. I don't know what braking board. I think it was about the 100 meter board. Does brake, goes a little bit deep, but should be fine for the exit. Still puts on the power quite nicely now, leading up to the final corner. Can he beat a 32.1? No, he can't. He pulls off into the pit lane. Smudge is next now, coming down the main straight too. Locks up, but takes it very nicely. Very good on the exit. He's on a set of softs. He'll want to beat JY Pinksky. I don't know if that's how you say it. As I said a multiple times. But anyway, around the final corner, what is it? It's a 32.2. And it does put him second, quickest of the soft runners. So, quite a good lap from himself there. Just testing the track, Gazman said. You are the only one not to have a lap yet, so I would recommend getting a lap in. Everyone is pretty much in the pits now. A lot of people are selecting the softs and not many are selecting the ultra softs. And as Johnny is about to start a lap, we've got the worst camera angle in the world, but oh well. Coming up now into turn 1, or the snail section, which is its other name. Takes it very nicely. He's on a set of softs. His teammate is Dan, we'll call him, and he's just ahead. So for teammate wise, he'll want to improve by a little bit. The first sector, is he up? I believe he is, but I'm not 100% sure. The slide through turn 6, but no harm, I believe, was done there. Now through the left and right, takes it quite nicely now for the double left-hander. How is he going to take it? It's quite nice, keeps to the curbs, doesn't try and track extend to gain a little bit more time. And now I didn't see what it was for the sector 2 split, but oh well, now coming down the long right-hander to the main straight. Can now plant the throttle all the way down to the hairpin at the end of the straight. Opens his DRS, is now in overtake ERS. Trying to optimise as much straight line speed as possible. Braking now down into the hairpin. What will it be? It's quite a nice hairpin unless he's invalidated it. I don't think he has. Now on the run down to the final corner, will he go into the pits? No, he won't. Around the final corner, what will he do? It is a 1:31.9 invalid. So it was a fairly impressive lap. Would have actually put him pole, to be fair, but he did invalidate. Now, there's 3.5 minutes to go, but I'll quickly go for the drivers and constructors. So, leading the driver standings is, I'll call him Don, because I don't want to try and offend him, but yeah, he won last week in Australia. Second is Dan. Third is Sir Lane. After what I got told in the chat, I'll call him Sir Lane. Fourth is MK Bourne. but I do not believe it's here tonight. No, he's not. 5th is Bastos. 6th is King MJJ. 7th is another name that I'm going to struggle to pronounce, but I'm sorry. I don't know if that's a T or an L. It's either Uwatum or Uwolm or something like that. Sorry if I don't know how to pronounce them. 8th is Johnny. 9th is Danskar. There's 2 Dans, so I'll call him Danskar. 10th is Ryan Berry. 11th Ant Attack. 12th JY. I'll call him that. 13th is Nas. 14th Smudge. 15th Noel Petrick. 16th Lord Elephant. 17th is Monkey Meg. 18th is Speed Iceman. And 19th is Johnny. And 20th is Suwome. I'll call him Suwome. As King MJJ goes provisional pole with a 136.6. Very impressive from the Ferrari driver, and his teammate has actually been able to put himself second. So a Ferrari 1-2 at the moment. Fairly impressive from them too. Slight lag there from Bastos, but that isn't a problem. There's a few people leaving the session. There's a lot of people leaving the session now. We've got a restart. Johnny goes quickest with a 130.2, but he is on a set of ultra softs, considerably quicker than the softs. Speed Iceman has gone 4 for the 132 flat. Very close there between himself and Bastos. Everyone's going to be about to finish their lap. Danskar is about to start one. Nas is in the middle of one. Noel Petrick is in the middle of one. Gazerman in the middle sector. Is anyone close to finishing a lap? Sir Lane is just starting one. Dan could be the closest as he's in the final sector. Yet we'll go on board with Dan as he's coming through the right-hander. He may be starting a lap. I'm not 100% sure. No, he's pushing down the straight, so he is on a lap. Down the straight he comes. He does open his DRS. Down there in 16th at the moment. He'll want to be a little bit further up. Braking now down for the hairpin, takes it quite nicely, doesn't take too much curb. Now the lead up to the final corner. Brakes, goes into 4th gear, puts the power down nice and early. What will it be? A 32.3 puts him in 9th. I believe it was Ant Attack next. Oh, I'm not too sure. Was there anyone closer? Gazman pits. No, Petrick round the final corner. What can he do? On a set of softs, it is second with a 131.5. He is quickest out of the soft runners, and Nas has gone 6th. Who else? I believe next is Ant Attack, or was it Sir Lane? It was Ant Attack as he's just come through the hairpin. What can he do? Around the final corner. The lap is not going to be an improvement. His teammate is Sauber behind. Danskar goes 7th. Then that is Sir Lane, his teammate behind is 13th. Who else? Is there anyone else actually on the lap? JY Pinksky. Dan also. Dan's on for another lap. I want to guess it is a dry race. From the looks of the tyres, it is a dry race. But around the final corner, what can Dan do in his Renault? It is going to be a 131.8. Puts him in 4th. Not a bad lap there from Dan. Bastos, no. J.Y. Pinsky around the final corner. Can he go provisional pole? No, he goes 2nd with a 131.4. Nas, is he still on a lap? Does improve, but ever so slightly, and that is it for qualifying. Johnny puts it on pole position. Our qualifying session there. Hopefully the race can be as good. I will go for the constructors. Sorry if you can hear a spoon in the background. Anyway, I'll have a look at the constructors and I'll go through them. So winning the constructors is Mercedes with 25 points. In second is Renault with 22. Third, Ferrari with 18. Fourth, McLaren with 15. Fifth, Toro Rosso with 12. Force India in sixth with 6. Sauber 7th with 2. Red Bull 8th with 1. And Williams and Haas are yet to score a point. So, Johnny is on pole with a 130.2, got pole by 1.2 seconds over J.Y. Pinkski. They were the two Ultrasoft runners, the top two. The remaining ones, Noel in third, King MJJ in fourth, Dan in fifth, Bastoff sixth, Speed Iceman seventh, Nas eighth, Danscar ninth, and Monkey Meg in 10th on a set of Ultrasofts, not the greatest place for them. Smudge 11th, Lord of Lamb 12th, Solane 13th, Don 14th, Gazaman 15th, Ryan Berry 16th, Johnny 17th, Anstack 18th, and Salome 19th. You love a wrong tyre pole, so I guess you were not meant to select the Ultrasoft tyre, and it is dry with a few clouds in the background suggesting it would be overcast. Hit the last corner. I personally find that if you turn in at the right time for the final corner, you either nail it or you don't. May sound a bit silly, but yeah, if you nail it, turn in perfectly, clip the curbs perfectly. If not, if you run wide, it's invalidation or a warning in the race. There's a few less people. Could be a restart, I'm not 100% sure. Both the ILRT guys have left. I don't know. As the formation lap begins, let's have a look at tyres. So everyone outside the top 10 is mainly starting on a set of soft tyres, except for Gazaman and Sarome, who are both going to start on a set of mediums, and either going to try and stretch it to the Ultrasofts or play it safe and go for a set of softs. Let's have a look quickly whilst they're all in the formation lap. We'll see. I don't know strategy, so I just wanted to poll. It can sometimes work in your favour. Ultrasofts maybe not around this track, but we'll see. There is a strategy for the Ultrasofts. Let's check who got pole position for round 1. It was... I don't know. It was Uotamu, however you say their name. He got pole last week. And what car was he in? Was he in a Force India too? Yeah, it was. I think it's Force India, 2 Force Indias. I've got pole position. Let's go back to drivers. Yeah, oh, a few people got disqualified there, Ryan Berry and Gazaman. I guess they've hit each other. I believe Gazaman is a reserve for this race. He's driving in the Force India. Just in case anyone gets mistaken, Gazaman is a reserve. So as they line up ready for the start of the Chinese Grand Prix, there are a few cars already waiting for them on the grid as they have been disqualified. Let's get ready. Johnny will be the first car to line up, and the last car to line up will be Swome, who has actually already lined up. So it will be a Renault, the AI car. But as we get ready for the lights to go down when they come on, let's get rid of that. Come on, give me the good camera angle I want. The lights are going to come on. Oh. 5 lights. I guess it's no 5 lights and away we don't go. Oh, so there's a broken lobby, and Johnny has been disqualified. Oh. Have they been disqualified? Oh, well, broken lobby, yeah. A tad unfortunate, but it does happen. It is F1 2018, it is a Codemasters game. They do slightly have some kind of glitches. Guess I'll leave in a moment. Oh, sorry for the blue screen. I'm going to check. No, I have no invite, so I'll wait till I receive an invite. Sorry for the delay, but it's just Codemasters. That's all we can say. Are we going for 5 red lights? And away we go. Slightly confused, but Johnny's got a good start. Top 2 on the Ultrasoft's got a very good start, and King MJJ and Noel are battling. I don't know if this is the actual start or not. It could actually be. And Lord of Lamb, what's happened to Lord of Lamb? Lord of Lamb's around, and that's before he's even entered turn 2, as he'll come out of turn 3, 4. Forgot the corner numbers. They'll come out quite nicely. It is Johnny, followed by JY Pinsky, followed by King, followed by Noel, Dan, Bastos, Monkey Meg, Speed Iceman, Nas, Dan Scott, Gazzaman, Anstack and Ryan Berry are going side by side. Looks like Gazzaman's going to get on the upper hand here through the left-hander. Never mind, Antattack with the superior soft tyre around the outside. Quite nice there. Ryan Berry and Sir Lane were battling. Swim not too far behind, and Lord of Lamb already quite far behind. Speed Iceman has had some kind of collision, I believe, with Monkey Meg, as Monkey Meg is now dropped to 10th, as he's all wide through there. Oh, and there's Anti-Attack around the outside of Dan Scott through the difficult right-hander. Who's going to come out on top here? Looks like it's going to be Dan Scott for now, but Anti-Attack will have the slipstream. As you see all the cars coming down the main or the back straight now. It looks like there's 3 wide in the background between these 3, but it's not. Ooh, that's Anti-Attack going down the inside of Dan Scott. And they are 3 wide at this point. It looks like Gazzaman's just going to get ahead out of these 2. Serlin and Ryan Berry now getting into battle, and these 2 are still side by side. We'll go on board with Swarm as he is just in behind. And it looks like they've all just slotted in behind each other. Oh, but Gazzaman's run wide and he's gone on the grass. And that allows Ryan Berry and Sir Lane through. Possibly even Lord of Lamb. No, Lord of Lamb can't get through. Lord of Lamb's going to try and run the outside, some slight contact, but still couldn't get it. Ryan Berry and Sir Lane are battling still. Sir Lane looks like he's got the position. Ryan Berry back down the inside of turn 6. Proper Ricardo style there, but Sir Lane keeps the position. I think that is it for them battles. Meanwhile, up ahead, Monkey Meg is trying to get through the grid as his Ultra Softs are going to be the quickest tyre at the moment. He's trying to pass Nas and Speed Iceman. With Anti-Attack just in behind. I guess there is no restarts. This is the actual thing. I'm sorry for the 2-minute delay. That was Codemasters. All these guys are in one large train. We'll go on board with, I believe, will be Nas as he's closing on Iceman Salah. Yep. His old name, I believe, was Iceman Salah. It is now Speed Iceman. Nas down the inside potentially. Yes, he is late on the brakes. Oh, and Monkey Meg spun him round. And there's been slight contact around there. Nas is around. He got hit by Monkey Meg. Has Monkey Meg got damaged? Yes, he has. Well, yes, they have. And they are going to pit. So, at the start of lap 3, Johnny does lead, followed by J.Y. Pinsky, and then a 2-second gap to King MJJ, who is actually under pressure from Noel Patrick. I'll just call him Noel, I think. So Noel trying to put the pressure on. No, they didn't restart. I believe the bottom 3 weren't even in the lobby in the first place. They lagged out. I believe that's what caused the lobby to glitch. No, 3 of them got disconnected, so I'm not too sure. I'm not in the ILR6 chat, so yeah. Oh, Sir Lane and Antitat, they look quite close. McLaren's going into battle with each other. Don't want to be slowing each other down as Ryan Berry is just in behind. But Sir Lane down the side of Antitat. He will get the DRS. But watch out for Ryan Berry. He's not actually pushing down the straight. Sir Lane will try and go down the inside of his teammate into the hairpin. Antitat does brake slightly later. Locks up though. So does Sir Lane. It looks like Antitat on the exits. He's on the outside, has a superior traction, but into the final corner. Antitat just brake later, but Sir Lane will now have the DRS and be able to get back around the outside. Switches to the inside. Going to turn 1, there's Ryan Berry just holding there. Seeing if any of these two are going to make a mistake or crash into each other. And that's Ryan Berry being opportunistic. Down the inside of Antitat. And Antitat will have to try and defend down the inside. On the exit, the Snell section is going to come out on top. It looks like it's going to be Antitat, and it is. Ryan Berry goes onto the curb, and it does lose him time. And Antitat was able to keep that position. As yellow flags in sector 1 and 2. I thought for a second it was Lord of Lamb, but it isn't. All these gaps seem to be slightly getting bigger and bigger, except for this quite a large scrap for what is P9, potentially P10, as Sir Lane is getting away. Antitat's run wide, he actually has damage, I don't know where he's picked that up from. And Gazerman will go down the inside. The sector 2 split, gets the move done, is up to P11 and is the highest running medium runner. Oh, J.Y. Pinsky is closing in on Johnny down the inside. Johnny should get the superior exit. They both have to pit soon as they're on a set of ultra softs. As Johnny pulls in, J.Y. Pinsky runs wide, probably wasn't expecting it. King MJJ is right in behind. The yellow flags in sector 3. I don't know what that is for. Is it for Johnny perhaps? Oh, Johnny's got wing damage. Has Johnny hit the pit wall? Oh, that could be interesting. Johnny's hit the pit wall. King MJJ, I'm probably calling him King MJ. He's putting on the pressure of J.I. Pinsky. Will he go down the inside here? He's looking like he will. No, he does back off. He'll have to get a move done soon though, as Noel is catching. But then there's quite a comfortable gap to Dan in P4. So at this present moment it is looking like the battle for the win could be between King MJ and Noel. As Johnny's paid for a set soft, so he's going for a 2-stop, so that may have put him out of contention for the race win, unless there is a safety car, of course. Now, down this back straight, I'm going to keep an eye on Noel, as he will have a double toe. We'll try to slip into each other's slipstream. Noel and King MJJ both have DRS. Noel's got the double toe. Will he go down the inside of both of them? J.Y. Pinsky locks up, and Noel goes down the inside of King MJ. And J.Y. Pinsky comes out ahead, but he will pit this lap. And King MJ and Noel will keep going. My words couldn't even get out there. JY Pinsky, I might just call him JY, carries on. So he's definitely going for the one-stop strategy, I do believe. We've got to gap to leader. Johnny has lost 30 seconds, so I believe he has hit the pit wall or something like that. These guys are losing a lot of time. They've lost about a second and a half that lap just battling each other. So Dan could get brought into this battle. Will not go down the inside. He does. Much to the surprise of King MJ, but King MJ with a switchback gets the move done again. Noel still down the inside. Noel should have the superior grip for this part of the corner, but then King MJ for this part of the corner. They're still going side by side, and it looks like Noel has got the position, and he has. So Noel has taken provisional lead as he does run wide slightly. That's quite a good battle between the pair of them. Quite a nice helicopter shot. I have no game sound there at all. But anyway, it's still a nice helicopter shot as they come through the right-hander leading onto the back straight. The gap between Noel and J.R. Pinsky is 6/10. If I was Noel, I wouldn't go for it, as J.R. Pinsky has to pit probably this lap. Will he launch it? No, he won't. No, he just does sit in behind. Dan is now pretty much within a second of them. He's sliding all over the place, though. But yeah, and that's J.R. Pinsky coming into the pits for his first and will most likely be his only pit stop. Now, as lap 7 begins, it is Noel leading, followed by King MJ, followed by Dan, followed by Bastos. That is just top 4. Where will J.R. Pinsky come out? On for a set of mediums, so he's going to go to the end, or attempt to. 21 laps and a set of mediums is a bit of a stretch, but doable. He's going to come out in P13, just a bit ahead of Johnny. Let's go back on board with King MJ, as himself and Noel. This is pretty much the only battle going on at the moment. As these guys are going through the left and right. Dan is now within the second mark of the pair of them, so keep an eye out for him there. Bastos is only 2 seconds down the road, or behind I should say. So you've got the 3 leaders there, then you've got Bastos, and then there's a 6-second gap to Dan's kart. So it's looking like these 4 could be the contenders for the race win, unless J.Y. Pinsky can make their tyres last quite a while. And there's green flags being waved. It probably should say, it probably shouldn't even be green flags waving. There's nothing that's happened. Dan sets the fastest lap as he is now closing in on the 2 leaders. Yeah, these 3 are all quite close. Bastos is actually losing time to the trio. Nothing seems to be happening. Nothing seems to be happening between these 3 for now. 1.5 seconds separates the trio. I guess he'll just have to wait for a mistake by one of the drivers for someone else to be let in a chance. And let's down this back straight, where I think Dan will have the best chance. Maybe not, I don't know. Who's going to be the closest here? No will be the one without DRS. But King MJ is 6 tenths behind, Dan 7 tenths behind King, so don't think anything's going to happen here. He's closing, but like he's, yeah, too far away. The Ferrari driver is just too far away. Can he now perhaps get him into turn 1 if he gets a good exit? It's quite a good exit, but 4 attempts down this main straight I don't think is enough. He's gaining. I have to try a little cut back here. Knowles left the door open. King MJ is going to take it down the inside of the first section of corners, and Knowles clips the grass on exit there, but does keep the position. King MJ is really looking to pounce now. Not the greatest of exits. Will he launch it down the inside of the sector 1 split? No, he doesn't, and Knowles keeps the lead for now. These guys will have to pit in about 4 or 5 laps time, I do believe, as that is when the softs run out of wear. Quite a good start to this Grand Prix as Sir Lane is closing in on Speed Iceman and Danskar. So there's another 3-way battle going on. But I think the battle for the lead should be prioritised over the battle for 5th. Now for the right-hander again, lead onto the straight. Will King MJ be any closer? He's a lot closer this time. Just 3.5 attempts should be able to get him here. Opens the DRS, it will have to be quite a bit of a lunge. Down at the hairpin, Knowles does defend the inside as you would. King MJ tries it around the outside, he's going to have to look for the cut back here, doesn't get it. Knowles will stay ahead, but there was another straight off the DRS, start-finish straight, to come yet as Speed Iceman has passed Danskar, and then to a battling. Speed Iceman has got that move going into turn 1 here though. King MJ, will he go down the inside of Knowles again? Yes, he will. Takes the lead provisionally. Well, for maybe about 3 seconds, should I say. Knowles back down the inside. Dan's just there in the background. I'll go ball with Dan as he's got a good angle of this. Knowles keeps the lead again. King MJ seems to be struggling on the exit of the Snell section. And Knowles keeps the lead. Gazaman and Nass are battling. I believe Nass has passed Gazaman. There's now about a 5-6 car train building up here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, there is 6 cars here in this mini train that Speed Iceman is forming, but he did pass Danskar that lap, so it could be Danskar who was the creator of the train. Back on board with the leaders. Dan's looking like he's struggling now. King MJ, 4.5 attempts back, he could launch it. But I don't think he's going to. No, doesn't go for it. Now for the final corner, no pits on lap 10. Quite an early pit stop, but the mediums can last. Dan, did he follow him in? No. What's happened to Nass? Nass seems to... he's battling with Sir Lane. There's a lot of battles going on here as Danskar passes Iceman and then pits. A lot of people running wide at the final corner. A lot of them. Sir Lane also pits. Where will Knowles come out? It's going to be behind all of them. Can Nass potentially get a move done on Ryan Berry? Not looking like it's going to happen. No, we cannot get that move done. Yeah, Knowles does well at covering off the undercut. Well, he will do well because he has pitted earlier, but the mediums will take a little while to kick in, so that is his only issue, is that the mediums are going to struggle to kick in. Doesn't seem to be happening here. The gaps are quite large. Dan seems to be closing on King MJ. Will he send it down the inside? No. He was, I believe, thinking about it, but King MJ does defend. Will these two both pit to try and cover off? No, yes they do. None of them hit the pit wall like I believe Johnny did. And Knowles actually come up behind J.Y. Pinsky. So that is interesting. Got to remember about J.Y. Pinsky. Oh, and that is Knowles actually hitting the back of J.Y. Pinsky. As these two are now going into battle, this is slowing down Noel, which I do then believe, as Noel picks up a pen, Dan and King MJJ going to come near. There they are, not far behind. So this could be a four-way battle for the lead. How far are they behind? They are a second behind. Dan seems to have lost a lot of time. He's now 3 seconds back. Captain Bastos is about 18.5 seconds at this rate. Bastos could be in with a shout if J.Y. Pinsky holds him up. Who are you supporting again? King MJ seem. Oh, Jamie, yeah, no mind. Both. Oh. Team Jamie for this one, huh? Seems to have dropped off a bit. Here comes Noel. It's going to be a little bit easier for him. And he breezes past. Will J.Y. Pinsky go for it at all? Bastos does pit. J.Y. Pinsky doesn't go for it. He will have to try into turn one, but I think he's already too far back going through the final corner. Yeah, he's too far back. So Noel takes provisional lead, or the lead, as such for now. I will say it now, I'm not going to be doing podium interviews because that is Graham's job. I'm not going to steal that off him. Yeah, I know Noel's got a pen, but on track wise, he is leading. As Bastos has come out ahead of Dan. What has happened to Dan for Dan to lose all that time? Bastos has come out ahead. That's quite interesting. Ryan Berry and Nas are going side by side. Ryan Berry breaks later into turn 6 and gets the move. And yeah, he's got that move done and dusted. It's gone board with Noel as he's now closing in on Suwome. Gap is 3/10, and he's going to breeze past him down the straight. Yep, Suwome doesn't even put up a fight. Unless he tries it back down the inside. No, as King MJ tries it down the inside of J.Y. Pinsky and gets the move done. And yet J.Y. Pinsky drops to P5, which is technically P3. Noel sets the fastest lap of the race, so it's showing his pace. That was a good rhyme, to be fair. Dan seems to be losing a lot of time there. He's struggling to pass Bastos, and Bastos is a couple of seconds off of J.Y. Pinsky in the lot for the lead. Don't know why he's lost all of it. Who else should we go on board with? This battle isn't really doing much. Nas is a bit far off of Ryan Berry. These two seem to be quite close. They have been since the lights went out, but Nas just seems to be losing the edge. How about with Noel as he is closing in on Gazaman. Half the race is now completed. And Noel is provisionally leading, followed by King MJ 1.7 seconds behind, but I believe King MJ would win on penalties. As King MJ actually is passing Suwome very comfortably, and King MJ is now up into P3. Let's have a look at Nas again. He seems to be closing in on Ryan Berry. Can he go for the move? Yes, he will. Down the inside, even before the hairpin. Ryan Berry tries it back around the outside. Double locks up the front, which has severely ruined his exit, and that's maybe comfortable now going into turn 1. He runs wide, gets a penalty, but he will keep the position, but at the cost of a 3-second time penalty. And he also got fastest lap. Anyway, back on board with Knowles. This is pretty much the only battle that will emerge at the moment. 1.3 seconds is the gap between the provisional top 2. King MJ seems to be gaining slightly. There's no runs wide. There seems to be green flags being waved all the time, so safety car is pretty much out the question at this point. Now, no, with DRS, Gazman still yet to pit on worn tyres. Will he fight it? No, seems to be too far away, to be fair. Yeah, no, can't get them moved up. So Gazman will keep the lead for now. I think that was a bit too far back to go for it into turn 1 or the Snell section. J.I. Pinkski passes Sawome, but Sawome is in for his first and only pit stop. Noel, he sees a gap down the inside there. Will he take it? No, he does not. No, he doesn't. But he's got a really good run now out of the Snell section. He's got to pull to the outside. He seems to have dominant acceleration and straight line speed, and Gazman backs off. And Noel takes the lead of the race. Yeah. He's not in P1. He's not far off. He's only 1.2 seconds off the lead, and he is technically winning on penalties. So. Will Gazman let King MJ through, or Jamie? Don't think so, because Gazman has DRS. No, so Gazman will remain ahead for now. As Gazman pits, that releases King MJ to Noel. Alright, now the battle for the lead I think will commence soon, because King MJ has been looking quicker than Noel, or they're very evenly matched, as Dan is closing in on Bastos again. Seems to be as the tyres get more worn, Dan seems to shine. Ooh, bit of a voice break there. He seems to shine, so perhaps that's a specialty. Not the greatest specialty, I must say. I'd rather have a specialty where I'm at my best on new and worn tyres, but people do drive differently. And it looks like Dan should be able to get this move fairly comfortably. King MJ is about to get within a second of Noel, so it shows that he is the quicker driver at the moment. As for Dan, this should be a fairly comfortable move. Is 3.5 tenths back before DRS. Will he get the move? He'll have to actually try for it though, around the outside of the hairpin. Does brake later, doesn't get the move though. Bastos does squeeze him out, but you're allowed to do that, and he keeps the position. As these guys now start lap number 18 out of 28. Dan down the inside perhaps? No, Bastos keeps the position. Will he still keep the position? Yes, he will. Anti-tack left the lobby, I don't know when that was. Speed Iceman is passing Sawone for P10, and that is Gazzaman, who is just behind Danscott. And Gazzaman is on a set of softs. So expect to see him get up the grid a little bit. Oh, Gazzaman down the side, Ricardo style, proper Ricardo style. Very good move. That's a definite Ricardo 2018 style there. Gets moved on up into P8. So from starting, well, let's have a look, position changes. Starting 15th, he is in 8th. Ryan Berry actually started in 16th and he's found himself in 7th. So it's been a cracking race for them too. Dan closing in on Bastos. I'll have a look at King MJ, Noel soon. Dan around the outside. Bastos doesn't brake as late. Dan brakes too late and locks up, goes off the track. I believe Dan had his chance then, couldn't capitalise on it. Messes up his final corner slightly and Bastos keeps the lead. Sawome is back down the side of Speed Iceman. And Sawome's got the move and Iceman got a penalty. Now the leaders are getting closer and closer. Lap 19 out of 28. And the battle is only just beginning as Noel puts the pound on a little bit too early there. Lost in quite a bit of time. It's basically just between these two drivers now. I'm not going to go and check the penalties and ruin it for myself. All I do know is that Noel has a pen. And I don't know about King MJ. Your fucking sets 2 and Sawome is out. Oh wow. That is a very unorthodox place. On the exit of turn 6. Oh. A bit weird there. Oh, King MJ didn't get DRS, he lost out. But Noel's got the superior straight line speed, which will help them, which will help him. As they start lap 20 out of 28. Dan's still closing in on Bastos, just can't seem to get close enough. Ryan Berry gets a stop go for exceeding track limits. That must have been at the hairpin, which is unfortunate. May get removed as he's not going to pit again, I don't know. May get removed after the race, not 100% sure. Alright, Gazzaman is gaining on Ryan Berry. That should be a fairly comfortable move though for the Force India driver. As Johnny sets the fastest lap of 1:34.7. You don't get an extra point for fastest lap. I'm not going to check. We're going to keep it a surprise. I don't want to spoil the penalty situation. But I've not seen any of the penalties appear. So I still do believe King MJ or Jamie would win the race on penalties. But I'm not 100% sure. Here's Gazzaman closing in on Ryan Berry. Will he send it down the inside here? The sets 2 split. No, he won't. He'll wait for the main straight to go for the move. Quite sensible. He's got the toe. He will have the DRS. He's got to overtake ERS. Ryan Berry's not even pushing. I think he's already going to concede this position. Gazzaman pulls to the inside and takes the inside and takes P7, the Force India driver, or the reserve, sorry. Yeah, I believe Jamie has no pens, which will give him the race win, but I don't know, unless someone wants to try and see if he got a pen. I think you mean 1.7 seconds, not 2.7. Dan closing on Bastos again, still. Not close enough. He gets close, but not close enough. I think he's going to beat on pens, though. Hello, Lenny. Yes, I am noticing. Got to commentate on all the action before, you know, I say hello to people. As they both from wide there through the double left. I don't know if that is a warning in the race. I'm not 100% sure. Jamie is back within a second of Noel. Still well too far behind, like, but he's now within DRS and may be able to keep within DRS. Certificate of the engine revving, that is just a game in the spectator mode. Quite poor as per usual, as Noel picks up another penalty. And that pretty much concludes that battle for the race win, unless one of them retires or crashes or spins or whatever. That penalty is just falling straight into Jamie's hands. I'll quickly say it again. There's 6 laps to go. I will not do podium interviews as I'm not the main commentator for ILR6. Maybe next week you'll see me on ILR4. I don't know. You'll either see me on ILR4, ILR5, ILR6 or ILR7. For this season, I'm just a backup. You won't even see me some weeks. Or maybe on a rare occasion. But it is an honour. And this is my debut commentary. So hopefully I've done well. But anyway, let's not talk about myself now. Let's talk about the battle for the lead between Noel and Jamie. Jamie with the DRS. He is still 6.5 attempts behind. And with Noel's superior straight line speed, it's going to be really tough for him. Both got quite an even exit. I don't really know both of them, to be fair. Is that Jamie going around the outside of turn 1? No. Oh, he slips it down the inside. That is a brilliant move. He can keep it stick, and he has. That is a brilliant move. He hasn't been able to keep it stick though. Noel's got a good traction. We'll have to try it around the outside of the sector 1 split. Jamie back down the inside. These two tussling away. And Jamie takes the lead. Very good battling. It was a very good move initially from Jamie. And I think that is a deserved overtake. So nothing's going to happen out of these two. I think Jamie will pull away. Dan still behind Bastos. He needs to get the move done. I don't think he's going to get the move done though. He seems to just lose all of his time here. Actually, he's gone forward with Knowles. He's actually be closing, won't he? Because with superior straight line speed, he's going to pull back to the inside. Jamie left the door open. Oh, slight contact, no wing damage for Jamie, but Noel retakes the lead. And for himself to win, I believe he would have to pull a 6-second lead, which I don't think is possible, in 5 laps, after there's now 5 laps remaining. Going into the Snell section. Noel will keep the lead. Dan is just too far behind Bastos. It's like he doesn't want to overtake him. We've got fans of Jamie and Noel in the chat, or both. Seeing these two battle away. Well, not these two I'm on board with, but these two battle away. Great to see a battle for the lead in the first place. I don't know what it was exactly like last week. But if I want to check the standings, I don't think any of these two were near the win. Jamie came 6th. Noel didn't even finish. So, yeah. These two need a good step in the right direction. And it looks like they are, especially Jamie. May take Jamie even to the championship lead. I'll have a look around. Dan is currently 5th, so that'll put him on 28 points. Jamie will be on 33 points. Sir Lane's out the points. MK Bond's not racing. Bastos, no. So yeah, Jamie will be leading the championship. Lenny, nah, these two are not going to crash. But Jamie will take the championship lead if he wins the race, which is pretty much a definite now, unless something miraculous happens. Yeah, Noel is now pulled a second. Has Jamie got DRS? Because this could be big. No, he doesn't. Should I check the pens or should I leave it as a surprise? There's 3 laps to go. Should I check the pens or leave it as a surprise? Because now Noel's pulled out the DRS. So, oh, Bastos and Dan. Dan's eventually going for the move. He's not eventually got it. And Dan eventually, after being stuck behind him for however long, has eventually got the move done on Bastos. Will Bastos try it again? I'll leave it as a surprise. Hello, Jay Carty. I know you. Yeah, Dan has eventually got P4. It took him a long while, to say the least. Gazman closing in on Nas. Don't think anything's going to happen here. Gazman a little bit too far away. Speed Iceman is closing in on Danska. Will he go for it down the inside? No, he doesn't. Right. Just to spoil it to any of you, the ILR7 winner was Speed Knighton, if that's how you say his name. The ILR7 winner was Speed Knighton. So race has just finished. So Gazman is closing in on Nas. What will happen here? DRS will be available for Gazman. Chucks it in to overtake DRS. Nas is trying it too. Gazman down the inside. Would have been a late move. Didn't go for it in the end. IMA reserve. Jake, I will either be commentating F4, ILR4, ILR5, ILR6 or ILR7. But that is just when they're not available. Like today I'm just filling in for Graham. So hopefully Graham have done a good job. But you may see me commentating next week. I'm not too sure. But anyway, Gazman still too far behind Nas. We'll go back on board with the leaders as there is a lap and a half to go. Flex, I'm not going to say. I'm going to keep it as a surprise. I believe it's Noel who has the more pens. But we'll keep it as a surprise. So as these guys are about to start the final lap, Jamie is just shy of a second and a half behind. Is losing out slightly, but nowhere near if he's winning on pens. So Noel's about to start the final lap. Well, someone just spoiled it for you. I haven't actually checked it on the stream, but yeah, Callum has figured out. I already knew, to be fair, that Noel had 6, Jamie had none. I just tried to keep the anti-climax, or try and build it up. Yeah, Noel will come second and Jamie will win unless something miraculous happens to Jamie and he loses 4.5 seconds, which I do doubt. Dan Scar closing in on Speed Iceman, a bit too far behind though. Bastos still close to Dan. Danny's actually closing in on JY Pinksky, so there's a 3-way fight here for the podium. Anyone could get it. But anyway, Noel will cross the line and win the race for a matter of 1.3 seconds, or 1.4, and then Jamie will take the win. Scenes when Jamie does an album. But we'll see. Noel around the final corner, and Jamie doesn't do an Albon. Noel crosses a line in first, but Jamie is your winner of the Chinese Grand Prix by 4.3 seconds. Who will win the battle for P3 on penalties? It will be JY Pinksky gets 3rd place. Dan 4th, Bastos in 5th. Gazman 6th, very good race from himself there. Naz in 7th. Ryan Berry will get 8th, I do believe. No, it's not. Speed Iceman will get 8th. Oh no, yeah, Speed Iceman 8th. Sir Lane 9th. Ryan Berry 10th. Dan Scar has been knocked out of the points. Johnny 12th after getting pole. That is not the greatest of races. Monkey Meg. Lord and Lamb will be the last one. He's actually in the middle sector somehow. Yeah, Monkey Meg will get P13. He's kind of been nowhere. Had no stream time. So here we go. As he rounds the final corner. No points, but he did finish. So that is something to take from the race. And then we've got Lord of Lamb, who is somehow nowhere near finishing the lap yet. Yeah. Say in the chat who you believe driver of the day is. Voice slightly going there. I'll say it one more time. No podium interviews from me. I won't be doing ILR6 normally, so I'll let the main commentators do them. I'll go through the race results and then that will be it for the stream. So there's Jamie picking up the trophy. The celebrations begin for the top 3. It is a podium for the top 3. First podiums of the season, all 3 of them. So, Jamie is your winner, and I believe he actually took the fastest lap by 17 thousandths. Second is Noel, who lost it on penalties. Third is Jared Pinsky. Fourth, Dan. Fifth, Bastos. Sixth, Gazaman. Seventh, Nas. Eighth, Speed Iceman. Ninth, Sir Lane. 10th, Ryan Berry, and that is your points. Dan score 11th, Johnny 12th, Monkey Meg 13th, Lord Alam 14th, and then your non-finishers were Antatak, Swome, Smudge, Don, and Johnny. And that will be it for ILR6. You may not see me on ILR6 for the remainder of the season. You may do. You may see me around. But until next time from me, goodbye.